What do you genuinely just not understand? How you can drop something on the floor and it seemingly disappears instantly. Then later you find it like 10 meters away. I once had a friend who would do something really smart. Let's say a pen fell and he couldn't find it. He would drop something similar in shape and on the same spot, like another pen for example, and watch where it bounces to. Except it never worked and now he has to find 2 pens. Why do I keep opening the fridge every 5 minutes when I know there's nothing in there? Because you're lowering your standards. How one horse can pull up to 8,000 pounds, but 2 horses can pull 24,000. Furthermore, if the horses are friends they can pull up to 32,000 pounds. Does this mean 10 horses can pull the earth? Only if the 10 horses are friends. How the brain really works. How a lump of meat gives us thoughts, emotions, that voice inside our heads. It's actually a lump of cholesterol and fat. Enjoy. Space. It's such a massive entity that imagining even small units like galaxies is hard. How on earth are there pictures of the universe? Is there more? Where does it all end? Absolutely fascinating, but there is so much more to learn. How what blind people see, like I know it's not black. It's been described to me like it's not black, it's not anything because you don't see anything. You just need to be blind to be able to understand, I guess. One way I hear works is if you close one eye, leave one open, and try to see out of the closed eye. It doesn't work. You don't see blackness, you see nothing. Taking pictures of your food at restaurants. I don't get angry when people do it, but I do wonder if they truly go back to look at those pictures, or if other people actually care to see what food they are eating. I mean, I have zero interest in what my friends eat, nor do I ever feel compelled to look back at something I ate. Edit. I'm not talking about taking a pic of an exotic meal on vacation. I was referring more to people who take pics of even the most mundane meals. How TVs work. A signal is broadcasted over the air by a tower. Within that signal is audio and video data, which I suppose both must be joined together. Somehow, the TV knows how to interpret the signal and say here's the audio and here's the video. Fine, I can get that. But somehow the signal also includes data that says, here's the top of the image, here's the bottom, here's the left, here's the right, and here's all of the colors in the picture. I don't know what's going on there, and I've wondered how much data can be packed into a TV signal. This technology has been around for decades and I don't understand it. I don't even want to even think of how Wi-Fi works. How come I hate myself and am desperately insecure, yet I think I'm better than everyone else at the same time? WTF brain? Because how you see yourself and how you see others are 2 different things. Honestly, politics. I get some stuff, and I'm trying to educate myself more on different issues, but anytime someone tries to bring up certain issues, how I feel on certain matters, etc., I just tell them I don't have enough knowledge on the topic to have a strong opinion on the matter. Makes me feel stupid sometimes, but better off that than stir the pot on something I know next to nothing about. Why some people can't understand that to have space to get in, you need to let the people out first. Radio frequencies. It's crazy how it can just end up playing music out of the air. Einstein. You see, wire telegraph is a kind of a very, very long cat. You pull his tail in New York and his head is meowing in Los Angeles. Do you understand this? And radio operates exactly the same way. You send signals here, they receive them there. The only difference is that there is no cat. How our brains remember we forgot something, but can't remember what it was. Like, how do you know you forgot something? If you forgot it, then you wouldn't know about it, right? How does the brain just know that? I don't understand why some people have the need to lie in order to make themselves interesting. I also do not understand how little empathy someone can have. Like, why is it so hard not to hurt someone's feelings? Oh, and I also don't understand why does someone have to point out someone's physical flaws, crooked nose or teeth, pimples, etc. Gender fluidity. Not judging anyone, not saying it isn't valid or anything, I just can't wrap my head around it. I understand gender fluidity, but what I don't understand is why sometimes gender fluid people get mad that you misgendered them when they hadn't said anything about their pronoun preference. How RBMK reactors work. They can't explode, that's for sure. That's not graphite. He's delusional. Take him to the infirmary. 3.6 Röntgen, not great, not terrible. How the frick do extroverts deal with people and go out in public without getting exhausted? What I'm seeing from these replies is that while introverts have fun and recharge by having some alone time, extroverts have fun and recharge by socializing and meeting new people. Answers to this would change my life. How people can think it is okay for them or their kids to listen to videos out loud on their phones in public places. I think it is beyond rude and I'm usually just shocked to see it happening. How our brains can make audio that we don't hear in our ears, but in our brain think of any song and then play it in your head. You hear it, but not in your ears. Now, think of a dog in your head. You can see it, but not with your eyes. This idea has always fascinated me. People who are not curious. I believe it is part of being alive to learn about things for the sake of knowledge. I cannot understand people who, for seemingly no reason, prefer not to learn. Why people believe Earth is flat. People who can't tell between their left and their right. You don't even need to remember both, you just need to remember one. If you know your left, then through process of elimination, you know your right. And vice versa. I just don't get it. Just about every instruction my wife gives me. Honey, I said I'd fix the garage door. Stop reminding me every 6 months. How can you be on your phone 24/7 and take 30 minutes to respond? How someone speaks 2+ languages. Like how can someone so easily switch between different languages? Do they translate one language back to their native language or can they just understand perfectly without any addition effort? The language is becoming ingrained in your memory. It's like the opposite of when you just can't remember the name of a song or actor. The words just come to mind because you've had so much practice. To es posable. How do people hold conversations so long? I can hardly hold a 2-minute discussion on something that just happened. Meanwhile, people can talk 4 hours about something and not struggle to find even a single word. I always wondered that and I feel like I can't hold a conversation for a long time too, until a subject I'm really interested about comes up. That or when you know a subject at hand very well. It's going to be hard to talk about something you are not interested about and don't know either. Pay attention to when you managed to hold a long conversations and why that was. A lot of really basic math. I can understand stuff from a theoretical or abstract sense. I get the basic concepts of algebra and geometry and physics. But if you give me a simple division equation, I guarantee you I will not be able to sort it out. Even when I tried really hard in school because my lack of math ability made me feel dumb, I couldn't make heads or tails of it. Found out as an adult that I've got dyscalculia, aka math dyslexia. Teachers who aren't passionate about the subject they teach. Like they just treat the students like crap because their life is crap. I don't understand why they even exist. Teachers' salaries aren't even that high. Why dedicate your life on something so important, being the next generation of society, but not give 2 craps about it? Sorry, I just wanted to vent cause it's been rough, man. Real rough. A lot of the time it's that they burned out from how difficult and poorly compensated the job is. I specifically switched careers to avoid this happening to me. At first I was very enthusiastic about it, loved it, but over time it got really monotonous and soul crushing. A lot of people are too afraid to try a career switch though, or they just really can't see themselves doing anything else. Once you've got enough experience under your belt, you can kinda just teach on autopilot to a large extent, so if one wants to resign themselves to that, it's an easy decision to make. Sometimes, when people have garage sales, they don't put everything out the first day. They tell you, we are putting more out tomorrow. So come back then. Why? This benefits no one. Records or even like CDs. Just the whole concept of sound being etched onto a disc is baffling to me. I understand that like the grooves make a difference or like it's converted, but like how? Etchings on the CDs are like braille for a computer. It's not sound on the CD, it's information that is read by the computer, telling the computer what frequencies to produce. Fashion. Why can't I wear brown shoes with grey slacks? Because. That's not a reason. Who makes up these rules? Why do they keep changing? And how am I supposed to keep up with it? Ugh. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos and don't forget to have an awesome day.